Hi, Gene Sherrard here. Welcome to this week's installment of our online-only feature, Seattle Now and Then 360. Here's Clay Eels with the story.
A Central District landmark with a legacy of cultivating community. Given the theatrical aspect of religious rituals, I was not surprised to learn that the primary architect of one of Seattle's more stately spiritual edifices, originally the home for the Bikur Cholim Orthodox Jewish congregation, was America's foremost theater designer, Benjamin Marcus Priteca. The architect of the famed West Coast playhouses built for Alexander Pantages, along with Seattle's long-gone Coliseum and Orpheum theaters, and still surviving Admiral Theatre, Priteca was Scotland-born into a family of Eastern European Jewish heritage. He arrived in Seattle in 1909, and his architectural contributions to the Bikur Cholim synagogue came astonishingly when he was not yet 24. Most of his theater work lay soon ahead. Bikur Cholim means to visit and aid the sick, with a focus on providing burial care. Organizing in the 1890s, Seattle's Bikur Cholim congregation alighted at several sites before purchasing land at the southeast corner of 17th Avenue South and Yesler Way, the location of our then image. After a lower floor took shape in 1910, Priteca designed the rest, and the structure was dedicated in 1915. The Seattle Times termed it the largest and most magnificent temple of worship of the Jewish faith in the West. Steeped in Byzantine architectural style, with tan brick and white terracotta details, this commanding visual landmark still looks westward from Seattle's Central District, illustrating the power of community and how it can change. In its initial incarnation, it hosted Bikur Cholim for some 55 years until congregants migrated south to Seward Park. For decades, it was a key destination along Seattle's Kosher Canyon during the Shabbat stroll undertaken Saturdays by Jewish families, says Lisa Kranzler, director of the Washington State Jewish Historical Society. Everything stemmed from here, adds Mel Genauer, who recalls first walking to the synagogue as an 8-year-old in 1950. It was great unity here, he says. We always stuck by each other. For the past nearly 50 years, however, the building has been under city ownership, providing a largely African-American constituency with a variety of programs, including theater. Known briefly as Yesler Atlantic Community Center, it took on a succession of names, most recently Langston Hughes Performing Arts Institute. And all of the names have saluted the prolific New York writer and activist, born in 1902 and who died in 1967. The print date for this Now and Then installment coincides with the onset of Rosh Hashanah, the celebration of the Jewish New Year. The hope and introspection of the holiday may be reinforced by lyrics from an opera by Hughes that he shared during a 1946 lecture in Seattle. I dream a world where men no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its paths adorn. In our then photo, this rare historical exterior image of Bikur Cholim Synagogue, undated but likely from the mid-20th century, conveys its commanding theatrical presence, evident since the building's dedication in 1915. Details can be found in the 2013 book Family of Strangers, Building a Jewish Community in Washington State, as well as in the digital Washington Jewish Museum at wsjhs.org. Today, the Jewish Star of David no longer tops Langston Hughes Performing Arts Institute. Here, it showcases 60 teenage stars and staff during a rehearsal for August productions of Uncle Willie's Chocolate Factory. They are joined on the sidewalk by 24 Jewish family members, including several whose bar mitzvahs were held inside when the building was Bikur Cholim synagogue.